Angino is one of those people who really called in for it, and I'm gonna hate to obviously bring it into your eyes. Thank you for watching in, Christine. Hope you're really having a wonderful morning onto this channel. And she's called Christine Ongino. She asked for the combined 11, and here I am to bring it in peace. Lutalo Badru from Germany, thank you for always watching in through. And Aligiola something, that's the name of let me hope I've gone ahead to get it right. Nambuya Sylvia, thank you for watching in through. Ajibola, Mackenzie Arnold, Dila Fred, Kalyango Paul, Cafero, Emmanuel Mugume Joffrey, thank you for obviously watching in this channel and keeping it the Rokani Media Football. And continue to keep us going, because in your presence we never fail, because you guys are really great and the ones who make us what we are. We thank God for the gift of life. It's a combined 11 of Chelsea versus Arsenal, the game that's going to be played today at Stamford Bridge, right? And I know most of you are asking yourselves, how many Chelsea players are going to fit into this combined 11, and how many Arsenal players are going to do so? Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me RD. That's what I'm here to serve as a purpose to you. So, as it stands, it's really hard to obviously make a combined 11, because people are really having divided opinions, and I'm trying to obviously sell mine to you, but it's not permanent. It's an opinion that can be challenged by anyone. So we are going to go into this as we thank God for the gift of life, the Muslims, Barak Lau Fikum. Now, the combined 11 has a system that is a 4-3-3, and after getting the combined 11, we'll find a coach for that team. And that is where most of you are really waiting for me to obviously make my decision on who the coach of this team is gonna be. Now we go to the starting 11. We start with the goalkeeper situation. At Arsenal, they're having Aaron Ramsdale and David Raya as their goalkeepers, but we all know that David Raya is the first choice goalkeeper of Arsenal. So for Arsenal, in this combined 11, they are fronting David Raya, and Chelsea are really fronting Sanchez after the departure of Eduardo Mendy and a loan of Kepa Arrizabalaga. So, what does that mean? It means we are having David Raya versus Sanchez. David Raya has gone ahead to obviously do the needful at Arsenal, but I think there is not so much more that separates these players, because their best attribute is how they express themselves with the ball at their feet. That is their biggest attribute. So that being their biggest attribute, I obviously go for David Raya in goal. That is it. I'm going to go for David Raya in goal, because for him, he has shown us that he's really going ahead to keep some clean sheets. He has faced some tough teams, by the way. When you look at him, he has gone ahead to face Man City, Tottenham Hotspur. But when you look at Sanchez, the only team has gone ahead to face is Liverpool, if at all I'm not mistaken. That is it. So I'm giving David Raya that spot to play into the goal of this combined 11. David Raya goes straight into that team, according to me. So right back, Arsenal has Tomiyasu, Cedric Soares, Ben White. Even Thomas Partey sometimes play that side. For Chelsea, they're having Reece James, Chalobah, Cucurella has been playing there sometimes, but their first right back is Reece James, and is back and available for this game. And I want to make this disclaimer that we are not going to consider a player who is really injured. However good that player is, he's not available for this game. So we are going in for players that are really available, right? And Reece James is back from injury, first choice right back for Chelsea, and Benjamin White is the first choice right back for the side of Arsenal. So I understand Benjamin White has played very many games at Arsenal. He has gone ahead to put in shifts. But I'll tell you this, and you also know it, that Reece James is the best right back in the league. That is it. He's the best right back in the league. Though he's not consistent because of injuries, but each and every time he's onto the field of play, he looks the best right back in the league. Defensively and offensively, no player comes close to him. Even if it's Trent or Kyle Walker, no one comes close to this guy, and that's why I've gone ahead for Reece James as the right back, and Ben White has been thrown into the bin. Not that he's not a very good player, but Reece James is a better player than him. We go to the left back. Arsenal has Tomiyasu can play there, Zinchenko can play there, Jakub Kiwior can play there, the injured Julian Timber can play there, but you're not here to talk about injured players. Chelsea has Cucurella, Chilwell, and Colville. Now, no one of those Chelsea left backs comes close to this man. That is it. Because all of those Chelsea left backs are suspect defensively, and that's the attribute that people have been using against Zinchenko, but he's better. He's an all-round left back compared to those of Chelsea. So I go with Zinchenko onto that side. Right-sided centre-back. That's no doubt. This is the best right-side centre-back in the league, and that is none other than William Saliba. Bring any of your defenders in the Premier League, no one is a better right-sided centre-back in the league. And I think the only contagious position is when we come to the left-sided centre-back position, because it's really competitive. And for Chelsea, they're having Thiago Silva, who plays as a right-sided centre-back and left-sided centre-back. They're having Colwill and so on and so forth. Badishir is injured. Badishir has returned, but has not yet gone ahead to prove himself in the Premier League and claim for his spot. So I'm having Thiago Silva and Gabriel Magalhaes. Guys, I'm sorry, but I'm going to go with Thiago Silva. Do you know why I'm going with Thiago Silva? Because he makes every person that plays around him better, and that's what Saliba does. We saw to it that when Arsenal is not having William Saliba in that central defense, Gabriel Magalhaes is porous. He's shaky. So that's why I'm going to hate to take him out. Thiago Silva and William Saliba will play into my central defense. We go to the CDM. It's Caicedo versus Declan Rice. Who takes the spot? Caicedo, 21 years of age, coming in at Chelsea late, coming in through and fitting the team like a glove. The same applies to Declan Rice. And when you ask me who of those two players are going to hate to impose themselves early enough into the team that they play for, I'll tell you Declan Rice. And I'm going for Declan Rice over Moise Caicedo. Now, Kai Havertz is another player that plays the midfield three of Arsenal. And when you look at Chelsea, they're having Caicedo, Conor Gallagher, and Enzo Fernandez. And on any day, Enzo Fernandez over Kai Havertz. On any day, I don't really need to even come out and obviously explain why. You know better, because Kai Havertz is being played in a position that he doesn't thrive in a lot, and is just learning to play there. Conor Gallagher, Martin Odegaard. Guys, no debate on that. It's really written all over the world that it's none other than Martin Odegaard ahead of Conor Gallagher. We go to the front three. Let's start off with the left forward position. They front Mokalo Modric as their first choice left forward into the team that is for Chelsea. Arsenal have a variety: Martinelli, Trossard, Emily Smith-Rowe, Reece Nelson, Gabriel Jesus. But the person we are flaunting here is Gabriel Martinelli. You saw his impact when he came off the bench against Man City and scored the winner. And I think Mokalo Modric is coming good. And I think by the time Arsenal plays or hosts Chelsea at the at the Emirates, it's really going to be very competitive. And it's going to be very hard to pick who is going to be the best left forward. But for right now, it's obviously Martinelli ahead of Mokalo Modric. I think everyone agrees with me onto this decision. Then we go to the right forward. Bukayo Saka is fit to play this beautiful game of football. Chelsea are really having Palmer, they're having Madueke, and they're having Raheem Sterling, who plays in that position. So, guys, do we need any further explanation onto this? It's really evident. It's written all over the wall that it's shirt number 7 for Arsenal taking that position. One of the most argued parts about all position argued about is the center forward role. Who's leading the line? Chelsea, Mohamed Broja out, injured with an injury. Nicholas Jackson is a variable. Arsenal fronting Ketia, Kai Havertz, Trossard, and Jesus, but their targets man is Gabriel Jesus. So it's Gabriel Jesus versus Nicholas Jackson. I don't want to downplay the efforts of Nicholas Jackson, but I think Gabriel Jesus edges him. Even that current Chelsea side, you give Pochettino Gabriel Jesus to lead the line, he takes him in anyway. By the way, Gabriel Jesus fits in every team. You know, he fits in every team. And I think this season, he's going to break that dreadlock of not scoring 20 goals a season, because people think that he cannot score 20 goals a season, but they forget that when he was at Palmeiras, when he played as a number 9 throughout the entire season, he went ahead to obviously score those goals. When he was at Man City, every time they played him as a center forward, he scored goals, but at few times, that's when that really happened. So for me, I believe that Jesus is going to be the number 9 of our combined 11. So that's the combined 11 as you see it there for you. We are having David Raya in between the stitches for our team. Tell me your thoughts about it. And Arsenal are really having 8 players in this starting 11, in this combined 11. David Raya, Saliba, Zinchenko, Odegaard, Declan Rice, Martinelli, Gabriel Jesus, and Bukayo Saka. That is it. For Chelsea, they're having Reece James, Thiago Silva, and Enzo Fernandez. It shows you how Arsenal's going to hate to dominate London and get back London into their hands. Remember, Arsenal had really a very big problem for the past, I think, almost 2 decades, because Chelsea had come in through and conquered everything in London. You know, I think it's the only London team that's going to hate to win the Champions League. That is it. Arsenal didn't. So they've gone ahead to come in through, put in the effort, the energy has been appreciated, and that's why you see to it that they've gone ahead to be having 8 players out of 3 for Chelsea. It's an 8-3 split. Wow. When did I last do a combined 11 when it was like this? Even that of Man City never reached this level, you know? I think it was a 6-5 split. Man City versus Arsenal. You get? So, Man United versus Arsenal, it was not this huge, as in the margin, you know? There is a very huge gap between Chelsea and Arsenal. And I really believe that this huge gap can be really exposed on the field of play today as Arsenal takes on the side of Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Thank you guys for watching through. Rokani remains my name. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Barakallahu fikum to the Muslims. See you when you see me. And today is going to be a busy day. Starting up with the game of Liverpool. That is the Merseyside Derby and Everton. By the way, I think even the next 30 minutes, the lineups are going to be out. Then Man City comes in with Brighton. Arsenal comes in with Chelsea. And Man United will close the night with the side of Sheffield. A must-win game for Man United. See you later. Bye-bye, my mates.